Cloud hashing is a little fun project that I undertook myself. I mean, I wanted to get into Bitcoin mining, but initially I thought I'd do it in a small way, but then eventually I kind of looked at other models in the industry where things go into the cloud. It just made sense that this digital generation of currency would have to operate in the cloud someday for the distribution of the power to everybody else. So, I mean, I started doing it with myself and then my friends, and eventually, everybody wanted to get involved, so we just formed a company to do so. Cloud hashing is a service that enables everybody, even those without any basic computer skills, to get involved in Bitcoin mining without all the geek talk, without all the power issues, without all the jargon, just simply pay a fee and be able to mine straight away. That's what we offer. Operating with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's not seen as a real currency. I mean, at the point where you're exchanging it from cash, from Bitcoin to cash, then you could be seen as a money transfer agent. At that point, you need a license. But to transact between yourself and myself, it's perfectly legal. I mean, it's similar to any barter systems that people used to use. It's just like me deciding to exchange maybe a gold coin with you tomorrow. There's no difference, really. It's perfectly legal. Okay. To that end, we've purchased, a massive amount of capacity for September, and we're looking to maybe double or triple that between now and September. So that gives you the kind of investments we're making. We're talking about investment in the region of $500 to $1.5 million in the next 3 months. So this is the kind of money that's going into Bitcoin. It's real money. People are making real payments, and people are willing to make that payment for a promise of some kind of return in Bitcoin because they buy into the idea. And one thing that Cloud hashing does differently to other Bitcoin businesses is we're a real company. We're governed by UK laws, and at the same time, we're motivated by making a profit, which means as well that, whatever we build into the business has to be, verifiable by third parties as well. I think Bitcoin is something that everybody can get involved in. I think as you get bigger money and more invested into it, things like regulatory barriers or challenges, with more people with a vested interest into it, those things, when they come, will be easier to walk over than what we currently have now. We're very aware of the risks in Bitcoin. I mean, we can't control the price of Bitcoin, for one. So Bitcoin could go to 0 tomorrow, it could go to 1,000 tomorrow. We don't have that kind of control, but the things we have control of, we make sure that we're on top of. Namely, one, legal, ensuring that the contracts we offer are, fully legal under UK law or any other countries that we're looking to issue them in. Make sure they're fully compliant, especially tax-wise. We pay taxes, UK taxes, ensure we're paying our VAT as well. So things like that, that's a must from day one. Another thing as well is ensuring you've got adequate cash for regulatory changes. What people don't know is, let's say tomorrow they decide to make Bitcoin mining, identical to maybe money printing or, e-currency. Then you now need an e-currency license. That's $150,000 you need to have available. We've got these kind of cash reserves available in those kind of scenarios, which means our customer will not make a loss, but it's a burden on us because it means that we're ensuring that their investment is safe and solid by maybe charging smaller, fees will be a little bit higher to cover those kind of liquid and cash. Because of regulatory changes, we're also liquid in cash to be able to make fast hardware decisions. If there's something that comes around tomorrow that is available on market before anything else that we've already got on order, we need to be able to make a decision straight away. So that also, will make our customers happy, because if there's anything within our power to make sure they're mining quicker, we'd make sure that we can do it. So those are some of the reasons why we mean liquid. I mean, we've sold way more than 6,000 contracts now. I mean, we're talking about almost 40 terahashes of power. So I address the 6,000 contracts issue. I mean, initially when we started, one contract is 1 gigahash, just to get out of the way. Initially when we started, we were selling contracts for the price of the hardware, because it was me and friends, right? So they would buy maybe 500 gigahashes, one terahash, so on and so forth. It was for the cost price. Then when we decided to start a website, we now had to raise the margins to ensure that we can pay for hosting, pay for whatever comes with running such an enterprise. So the contracts, on day one, it was quite a high number sold because it was already pre-allocated, and they all had to fall under the same model of cloud hashing. So that's why the contract count seemed relatively high on day one, but perfectly legitimate question to ask. We start mining hopefully in July. So July is the date that we've been given by various suppliers that we've leveraged ourselves across. And that's one of the questions that you all posed to me. I mean, what do you have in terms of liquidity? We keep, decent amount of cash available. So if we have to make emergency purchases of hardware that may or may not be profitable, just to satisfy our customers, we'll do that. For example, an Avalon device is going for $30,000 today. If we feel that we might not be able to get up and running, we might buy a few of those just to ensure customers start. Now, that's a business that's thinking ahead and thinking of contingency plans when things might not work the way which we've planned. But on top of that, we've made significant purchases from people we have done, I'd say, ridiculous amount of due diligence in KNC Miner. They're an amazing company. KNC Miner. They're an amazing company. We sent somebody over to Sweden to check them out, and we've looked at the financials, we've looked at the previous projects, everything checks out. So we've made massive investments with this company, and we're looking to do more because the technology is that so far ahead. I mean, we're looking at other technologies that are going to come onto the market. There are other things I can't talk about because of confidentiality agreements that I've signed up to. But we're looking at everything, and we're looking to grow this business into the largest mining operation available, and we have to do that. So.